kind of start out when high school?
When I was going to elementary school, we had to walk, and I told you about that. And we had one teacher, 7 grades. I'm repeating myself.
That's fine.
And let's see, Miss Gardner was one of my elementary teachers. She was from Ellenburg. And Miss Emma Miller, she was one of the teachers. And Miss Mills. And when I left Pine Ridge School.
What year you think that was that you left Piney Ridge?
Oh,
That's fine. Well,
it was I think it was about 1930, 31.
Okay. And they went on to where then?
Went to New Hope School.
Okay.
And well, I missed school for 2 years because we didn't have a bus. And Mr. Miller from Polk County, Jesse Miller, he had a truck, and he'd go up to Union Mills and pick up the children, and we couldn't go. And so when I did go out there, the children was so much younger than me, and so I
felt somewhat out of place.
right.
Yeah, okay.
So I went, I finished the 9th grade, and then I met my husband. We got married, and he lived 10 years, had 3 children, I raised 3 children. And Mamie is my baby over there. She was only 5 years old when he died.
When her dad died. Oh my.
5, 7, and 9.
5, 7, and 9. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and I raised some nice children, the Lord and I.
Praise God.
And they helped me now. As Mamie gave up her home in Durham, came and stayed with me. Larry lived with me until he passed in 2014,
Just
New Year's Day.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a Vietnam veteran. And
Did he have family? Your son?
Oh yeah, he had a family. He had Elizabeth was his wife, and he had Anita and Larry and Kim.
Those were his children.
Yeah, right. Now Larry is a prison minister. Yeah, so yeah, he raised
What facility is he at? His son? Where I guess he's a chaplain in the prison there.
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I just thought you might.
I just know he's
involved in prison ministry.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. I remember you said you.
Right. Yeah, that's the reason I wondered if I had a case where I'd encountered him somewhere at a facility. Yeah. Now that was your son, and then
that's my grandson.
Your grandson,
yeah,
but your son Larry as well. But what about your oldest daughter?
My oldest daughter?
Yeah.
My oldest daughter lives in Maryland. Her name is Emma Lee.
Okay.
And she married Jimmy Miller from here. And so they had 3 children. Larry had 3 children. And Mamie had 3 children.
Is that right?
We all had 3 children.
And you had 3. What about?
I had 3.
That's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. And now going back to my raising. You
Right. Let's go back to
yeah,
that.
well, we had neighbor. We didn't have too many black neighbors. They were all white.
In
And
this
then there's
community.
one, when my daddy and mother bought this land, they were sharecroppers.
Okay.
And they made they would work, and all they eat was bread and tea and chickens that they raised, and saved the money and bought this property.
Yes, sir.
After they bought it, well, they was going to buy a brick house over there. Well, the man didn't want them to have the brick house, sold them this one. And then the rest of the white people didn't want him to have this one because it was on the main road.
Right.
And so they really give him a hard time, but he stood up. And there was a lot of black people lived on this road, and they got gypped and beat out of their
property.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curious, how many acres were your dad able to get
He
you?
had 86 acres of land.
Is that right? Wow.
And we worked this land.
Y'all had cotton.
Right, cotton, corn, peas, beans, whatever you
Raised on the farm. Yeah.
Didn't have to buy anything but soap, sugar, and salt.
Right. Had cows and
Had
hogs and
cows,
chickens.
yeah.
Yeah.
The cows, that was the meat, the milk and butter.
Right.
The chicken was the meat and the eggs.
Meat and eggs, right.
The hog, that was the meat, all different kind of meat.
Right.
Sausage and the ham.
Hams, yeah, and shoulders.
Shoulders and
Right.
the middlings
Sausage.
and sausage, yeah. Liver mush.
Liver much, yeah.
Yeah, got a lot out of the
So
hog.
you helped kill hogs?
No.
You didn't have to bother with that.
I had to feed them and everything.
Right.
But, no.
I guess the girls didn't get involved in that. The boys did.
Right. And I always hated for my daddy to kill a calf because all the cows would be just moaning, and I don't know, they would be in the pasture and he'd be back out. But they knew when that calf would get killed.
Right. Right. They knew it was that time had come.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think
Now I'm gonna stop a minute.